What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have an Amanita Muscaria trip report for you. The title of this trip report is The Infinite Source of Life, and was submitted to Erowid in 2003 by the user Warfrat. With all that being said, let our story begin. Hi, all you spirit seekers. I have read many of the reports about Amanita muscaria. Many of the people that have disconnected from reality on this mushroom have not remembered their total experience. For most people, I believe this to be a good thing, because what I have seen on these mushrooms is not for the weak-minded. A friend of mine had come across some of these and invited me over. After arriving, I was in awe of the size and color, but thought that they must be all right. I proceeded to ingest one fat cap, about 7.5 to 8 grams. I waited around for about 30 minutes and started to get a strange rush similar to a Cubensis trip. I walked to another friend's house, which was about a half hour away. After sitting there for about a half hour, I felt that I was beginning to plateau already and was going to get nothing more from it. So I decided to eat a little more. Another cap, smaller than the last. About 10 minutes after this, I started to actually trip. My vision was blurred, as though I was drunk, and I felt a small tinge of the psychedelic mind. Some girl that was there ended up giving me and a friend of mine a ride back to my house. By this time, I felt very uneasy about how my trip was going to go. Reality seemed to be shifting into whole new dimensions. Lots of heat coming from my body and drenched in sweat. But I just laid down to try to get the queasies in my stomach to go away. After a while, my symptoms cleared a bit, so I decided to go into the other room with my sister. At this time, my vision of this world started to slip. I started to feel like I was being sucked into another world. I don't really know how to explain all that. And then, there was a point of total darkness, but I was aware of everything. Time began to have no meaning, and seconds to seem like aeons. For every second that passed, I experienced life through everyone's eyes. And I do mean everyone. It was as I was stuck in that dream, when you're falling and you know you're gonna hit, but you never do. You just wake up. But when I hit, I felt like I became one with God. I was God. I was God, and I was looking in a mirror, judging myself, my creation, the whole of existence. This was the end of time, and I was sublimely happy with life and everything I had done. And as soon as I realized all this, I got sucked back through time to the infinite source of life, the beginning of time. The key to life was sound, the Word of God, and interestingly enough, it was the letter I. Though I think it was more the meaning than the actual sound. So I was bouncing through time, from front to back, and each time it was different. But every time, there was a middle point, which was my physical death. There's so much more that I can't type here because There aren't words for it. But if you are thinking about doing these mushrooms, be warned that I found all these visions really terrifying. After looking back, I am really glad that I ended up doing it. Peace.